The victors valiant, the conquering heroes, and they call home the Big House. Bathed in maize and blue, welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. Today, a Big Ten clash, and you know when you square off against a conference opponent, the blood boils a little hotter. As we'll see, the Illinois Fighting Illini taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Wolverines will boot it away to start the game. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So Illinois' offense takes the field for the first time today. And here he comes, a man who epitomizes the phrase, the tight end's always open, David.
And yes, he is, Reese. And it's so cool. The tight end position now has evolved so much. You can move him all over the field, and you can really highlight a guy of his ability.
Too big for safeties to cover and too fast for linebackers to cover. This is a weapon they've got to take advantage of.
He leaves it with the back. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Illinois right back to the line. To throw, it's Altmaier. Finds the tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. He's got great speed. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Wolverines offense will go to work for the first time. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. He wants to throw. Fires to the right. And it's intercepted. A turnover from the defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Handoff from the gun. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. After picking up this 1st down on the ground, let's see what they do. To the air, it's Altmaier. Lofts one high and deep. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Got room on the return. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it and you can hear it. And sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time he used the lob wedge and the defender came in and made the intercept.
He's going to throw deep right side. And he makes the catch at the 10.
And that's just nice patience and a great route. One-on-one, working the defender, taking his time, getting out of his break, locating the football, and making the catch just in time in bounds.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Michigan!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, Phyllis, here's a final update on a top 15 flash. Oklahoma was able to ride away on that Sooner schooner with the win, but not necessarily without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Illinois lining up quickly. Dropping back, it's Altmaier. Got his man downfield. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Going up top on first down. Out of the backfield, he's open. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. They want to get this defense on its heels. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. He'll off one deep down the left side. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Hold down after a pickup of 5, a statement run in the red zone to the 13. On the move. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd down, going up top. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. And the try is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Back to pass, it's Orji. He's right on target. They've got it out to the 34 after getting 5 there.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Quarterback will keep it. A very short pickup there, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Give to the running back. Turns it on in midfield. All kinds of running room. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. The Wolverines have their offense in high gear. To the ground, he's got it again. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. He's got the tight end. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They put together an 81-yard drive, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He'll start this drive firing. Grabbed behind the line. It's Sanders. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
What a great play. Winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack. And that kind of effort is going to get the big house fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet screaming because of that dominant play right there coming from their D-line.
Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll bring it back. It's Stewart. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. They've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
Got him downfield. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. Making great decisions. That's what all of the legendary Michigan quarterbacks have done. John Navarre, Elvis Gerbach, and the guy can't remember drafted in the 6th round by the Patriots. Yeah, throws for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Michigan. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Yeah, Coming into the game, you look at the stats, and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game, but I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Illinois right back to the line.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there.
Unleashes one deep. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Finds his target down the middle. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? To the air. It's Altmaier. Setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He's going to pass. He turns that loose down the right side. Ball in the air, intercepted. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they got it at the 49.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Illinois offense returns to the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Makes his connection. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
He wants to throw it again. And the blitz gets to him just like that.
And that is priority #1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback. Affect him. Get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Cincinnati has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside Nippert Stadium. They're up by 11 over TCU. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for it. Going downfield for the big play. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
I think that time offensively, we're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. Running it back, it's Stewart. He gets a block. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They're already in great field goal position here, David. The question is, how aggressive do they get?
The full throttle. Be aggressive. Try to get the touchdown here.
Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Michigan!
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense and seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him.
And right down the middle. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll go to the counter. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, it is tough to beat the big house when it's full and rocking as it is today in Ann Arbor. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by acknowledging the sparkling play of this tight end. The guy's like an aircraft carrier out there as a blocker. And then when he releases and shows off that speed and route running, he's almost unguardable. Gotta believe he won't be able to go anywhere in this second half without someone attached to his hip. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas in the booth at Michigan Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field and we're just about ready to go in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Trying to get to him. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
He's got it down the right side. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown Wolverines. And the punishment has been extended.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he's able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 75 yards to house it. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Illinois offense returns to the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Altmaier. He lobs one high down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Gives it to the back on the draw. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up 1 or 2.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success.
Picked off. Got some room to run. At the 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Michigan.
I'll tell you what, as a DB, you're lucky if you get 1 pick six in your entire football life. This guy had one last game. He's got one this game. Quarterbacks are going to stop throwing his way.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage.
Fires one high and deep. Catch and stride inside the 15. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Illini.
And the biggest thing is identifying coverages, right? Like, quarterback has to line up and see what he's seeing and see those safeties. I know outside with that safety in the middle of the field, I got a chance to attack and attack deep with my speedster, and he does a great job throwing the football out there, and he does the rest with the catch and then striding it into the end zone.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes with the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Back to throw, it's Orgy. They're going up top. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
I don't blame the quarterback for taking that shot either, man. He's cooked up with this guy twice today for scores. Give him another try. They just couldn't get on the same page on that one.
They believe they can run right here. At the 35, he's loose. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going for it all. And that ball is caught in the back of the end zone. But the officials are signaling incomplete. He was out of bounds.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. He caught it. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. So close to cashing it in for this offense. He's looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. And the route is on.
And how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Buffalo is in trouble. Check that. They're in a world of trouble. May want to head out early and grab a table at the Anchor Bar. They're trailing by 14 to the Red Hawks of Miami. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. First down for this offense. Looking to pass. It's Altmaier. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped him.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
And back to the air on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. And you've already sent your punter out 4 times. At least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field.
3rd and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass, and one. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
These DBs better stay ready, because even though they're trailing by a lot in this game, the opponent's not trying to run the ball and bleed the clock. They are still taking shots, so you're going to have to continue to try to make plays.
Just steamrolling his way through. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. Movement here from the tight end. Back to throw, it's Orji. Feeling some heat. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He's looking to throw. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Complete downfield. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. Illinois coming back to the line with a 1st and 10.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his progression.
Illinois moving it quickly down the field. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Finds a man in the middle. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. Illinois hoping to pop the cork on this red zone trip. They're going to run it. Not a lot of daylight there. Let's give him 1 to the 14. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Going to the running game. Relying on that running game inside the red zone. He picked up 3 to the 11. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Looking to throw, it's Altmaier. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
The defense has been all over this quarterback all game long. It's almost as if they know where he's going to throw. That now, the 3rd interception he's thrown.
Finds his man. It's Loveland. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. 1st down to start the drive after the break. From the gun, running back gets to give. Just finds that little crevice, and he's still up. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Just inside the 40-yard line, it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Looking to move it through the air. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan! And the stomping has commenced. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
And this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. You needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive done.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Still on his feet at the 45. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Pressure coming. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job being the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on 1st down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on 2nd down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Throws to the tight end. Fires into traffic. Picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's inside the 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Wolverines. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Illinois offense returns to the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick-6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the 4th quarter, and they're still getting sacked.
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
Well, you look at Webster's dictionary and the term game wrecker, a picture of this guy is going to show up. He has been unstoppable in this football game. That's his 2nd sack here today.
And the ball is intercepted.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this team.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Back to pass, it's Orji. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. They'll tell you this, somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember.
A shot for the end zone. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. It's good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Homer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Fires on the move. And here's the third interception of the night.
Ncaa.
A great spot to start this drive for the offense. On the move. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Loses 3. Second down coming up.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Just was looking for, sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Okay, ready?
New set of downs after that completion. They'll throw it on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Arizona dug down deep and found a way to secure a coveted road win. And who knows how the pundits will view this one, but I'll tell you this, it sure beats trying to explain a bad loss. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. We've got pass interference, but this time it's on the offense. First down here for the offense. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Makes the grab on the left. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody in bounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Wants to throw. It's Swanson. He's taking a deep shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Makes a move. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they...
He's going for the big play. It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. They've got him wobbling after that big play now to pay it off on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day. And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time.
on the field.
From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And they missed a field goal, so something has gone wrong today. The Illinois offense returns to the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponents.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face, and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
One more play to pad the stats. Looking for a man. It's Swanson. A shot toward the end zone. And that pass is incomplete. They were going for the consolation touchdown, but to no avail, and that's going to do it for this one. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, Dave.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to execute it and put it together on the field.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.